Welcome to our Lebanon channel. Majida El Roumi Baradhi, born 13 December 1956, is a Lebanese soprano singer. She is also a UN Goodwill Ambassador. In 1974, she participated in the talent show Studio El Fan on Tele Liban and performed songs for Layla Murad at the age of 16. Early life. Majida El Roumi Al Baradhi was born on 14 December 1956 and descends from the Christian Al Baradhi family from Tyre, South Lebanon. She is the daughter of the Lebanese musician Halim El Roumi, who was born in Tyre in 1919 and moved to Haifa, Palestine at the age of 2 with his whole family due to the crisis of World War I. When Halim moved to Egypt to follow his musical career, he met Marie Lautfi, a Melkite Greek Catholic woman. They got married in Port Said and had 3 girls: Maha, Mona, Majida and a boy Awad. The whole family moved from Egypt to Lebanon and settled in Kfar Shima, which is part of Greater Beirut, when Majida was at the age of 6, as she grew up in an artistic environment and family of artists. Kfar Shima is also home to many Lebanese singers, musicians and poets like Philemon Webe, Melam Barakat and Issam Raji. The residence of Halim El Roumi was a meeting place for many cultural figures, as he worked with many singers, with mentioning his discovery to many well-known artists, mainly the Lebanese star Fairuz. As a child, Majida used to listen to the works of Fairuz, Kulthum, Muhammad Abdul Wahab, Wadi El Safi and Asmaran, and at the age of 5 when she sang her first song, Miladak, Your Birth, in reference to the birth of Jesus Christ and dedicated to her brother on his birthday. She was featured in her school's stage in St. Kerr, Al-Hadith. At the age of 14 she accompanied her father in an interview on Tele Liban with Najib Hankash when she first performed songs for Kulthum and Fairuz. At the age of 16, Raymond Safadi, Majida's cousin, noticed her musical capabilities and thought that she should pursue singing as a profession. She participated in the talent show Studio El Fan in 1974 after she sneaked out of the house with her brother and her cousins. From her first appearance on television, she performed for Layla Murad and Asmaran and won the gold medal for Oriental singing. Her success prompted her father to change his mind and give her his blessings to pursue in singing as long as she continues her higher education. Later on, Majida graduated from the Lebanese University after receiving her BA in Arabic literature. In 1975, Majida released her first single, Belamak Im Dreaming of You, Lebanon, with collaboration with Lebanese poet Said Akl and musician Elias Rabbani. The song was liked in Lebanon as it kicked off with the outbreak of the Lebanese Civil War in April 1975. After releasing her first album Wada Farewell in 1976, Majida got the attention of Egyptian filmmaker Youssef Chahini. She starred alongside Hisham Salim in her first and only movie Ordat al-Ibn al-Dal, The Return of the Prodigal Son, and performed 3 soundtracks for it. Musical career. 1980s to 1990s, when she performed at Hunter College in May 1989 accompanied by a 19-piece orchestra. Music reviewer Peter Watrous said, she wandered between near-European pop and Middle Eastern pop. 2001 to 2004. In 2001, Majida El Roumi released a single titled Nasheed El Hob, The Hymn of Love, with lyrics from Dama wa Ibtisama, A Tear and a Smile, written by the Lebanese artist and writer Gibran Khalil Gibran. El Roumi chose this text after the UN ceremony in 2001, when she was named Goodwill Ambassador, and declared it to be the theme message for her mission of peace around the world. 2001 was also the year Majida's sister Maha had to be transported to USA for better medical care, as she was suffering from cancer. 2011 Present Majida wrote the lyrics of Bokra Tomorrow, a charity operate that was released on the 11th of November 2011. The single's proceeds were donated to various charitable initiatives with arts and culture programs aiming to raise funds for education projects in the Arab world. In an interview with Rima Makhtabi in the CNN program, Inside the Middle East, Majida told the story of the new song, which was produced by Quincy Jones and redone. In a surprising and unexpected decision, Majida announced that she has pulled herself out of the project. She said that the producer, Quincy Jones, did not meet her conditions and the team supervising and overlooking the project is not professional. Majida already put her voice on the operate, but when they asked her to record again in Qatar, she announced her withdrawal and waived her authorship rights when she backed out of the project. Ghazal. Majida released her new album, Ghazal, on the 22nd of June 2012, having worked on it for 6 years with many composers and poets. Baladi Anna, My Country, is a duet between Majida and Senegalese singer Youssou N'Dour. Arabic lyrics are taken from Cadmus, Said Akel's theatre play, and French lyrics are freely inspired from the same theatre play by Lebanese novelist Alexandre Najar. Musical composition is accomplished by Joseph Khalifa and Jean-Marie Riachi. This song describes Lebanon, the peace, the beauty, the creativity, and encourages fraternity, unity between people worldwide, and calls for loving each other by surpassing all human differences. Majida and Youssou N'Dour have already performed it during the annual Jeux de la Francophonie in 2009, hosted in Camille Chamoun Sports City Stadium in Beirut, accompanied with more than 150 dancers. Noor Men Noor. Noor Men Noor, A Light from Light, is the 14th studio album by Majida, released in December 2013, produced by V Productions. The album explores 12 Christmas carols exploring a wide set of musical genres including classical music and opera, preserving the same musical track that Majida had sung over the years. The album peaked the top of the music charts in Virgin megastores in Lebanon from the day of its release for several consecutive weeks. Noor Men Noor was promoted majorly online and on Lebanese radio stations by 2 singles, Sarat Eid and Min Lli Tall, as well as a teaser on Majida's official Facebook page. Majida also filmed a Christmas special episode aired on Christmas Eve on MTV Lebanon, which included a live recital from Collège du Sacré-Cœur Catholic Cathedral in Gemeza, downtown Beirut, and scenes from a visit she had to Mission Divai Charity Center. As Majida stated, Christmas is an occasion to celebrate as a one big Arabic family, while she added that all sales income and profits went to charity to encourage the spirit of sharing in the Arab world during the unstable periods. Performances. Majida stood twice on the Paris Olympia stage, first time in 1993 and second time in 1998, sponsored by Lebanese First Lady at that time Mrs. Mona Heraoui, Palais des Congrès de Paris in 1987, Palais des Festivals et des Congrès de Cannes, Salle Gaveau, the opening of Damascus Opera House in 2004, Athens Concert Hall in Greece, and the Royal Albert Hall in London, which knew a huge success and was the first sold-out concert after the Beatles concert in 1965. Also, later in the 90s, Majida welcomed Shirley Bassey in the Presidential Palace in Lebanon for a private concert. She opened in one song before giving Shirley the stage, whose orchestra members stood up, astonished by Majida's spectacular soprano performance. Majida has also performed at Avery Fisher Hall in Lincoln Center, Carnegie Hall and Hunter College in New York City, as well as the Place des Arts in Montreal, Quebec, Canada in November 2003, attended by more than 3,000 people with incredible standing ovations, then headed to Côte d'Ivoire in 2003 for 2 concerts, which proceeds were returned as benefits to Civil War orphans. The concert was attended by the country's president and First Lady. In 2007, Majida toured the USA and performed in Fox Theater, Detroit, Michigan, and the tour included nights in Paris Hotel in Las Vegas. Majida was also part of the annual Mawazine Festival in Morocco in June 2010, and Juni International Festivals on 25 June 2011. She also held a concert in Royal Opera House of Muscat in Shati Al Kerm district in Oman in November 2011. In December 2006, Majida performed Light the Way, a duet with the international opera star, the tenor José Carreras, at the 2006 Asian Games opening ceremony in its 15th edition in Doha. In 2009, she performed Nous sommes les amis du monde, a duet with Senegal artist Youssou N'Dour, on the inauguration of the Jeux Olympiques de la Francophonie in Beirut, Lebanon. Majida had a special TV appearance in Christmas time during a recital hosted in the Lebanese presidential palace. President Michel Suleiman and First Lady Wafa hosted many public figures, politicians and artists in this occasion. The recital was broadcast live on the Lebanese Broadcasting Corporation. Majida el-Roumi's concerts included a tour in the Arab world in 2012-2013. She was part of the Batroun International Festival 2012 and hosted a concert in the touristic neighborhood of Qatar on its amphitheater. The summer of 2013 was very active with Majida's sold-out concerts. After her concert is Megarama Center in Casablanca, Morocco, she was part of the 49th edition of Carthage Music Festival. She worked for the first time with the Tunisian Symphony Orchestra. It was a one-of-a-kind concert for her in Carthage, and M. Mourad Sakli, president of the festival, confirmed that Majida's night ranks first in terms of income among the whole performances. She also visited Chokri Belaid's shrine to pray for this person who gave for his country so much, and Ben Sardan Children Hospital, checking up how could their hard cases be treated and taken care of, after hosting a press conference explaining how exceptional this visit is. Following her continuous success, concerts in Morocco were more demanded that she was part of the 9th edition of Twiza Festival in Tangier, and Timata Music Festival in Agadir in its 10th year. Her visit to Tanger also included a visit to the Children's Orphan Hospital in Al-Qurtubi Center and give the kids some presents. Majida opened the Bahrain Summer Festival in August 2013, too, a full house concert with a wonderful performance with songs for love and peace on the Bahrain National Theatre. Majida performing during the 70th Lebanese Independence Anniversary in Abu Dhabi National Theatre in November 2013. The Batroun International Festivals in Lebanon won Majida over one more time for another performance for the end of August in 2013. The country's political situation was unstable as her concert followed two consecutive explosions in Beirut suburbs. People attended the sold-out concert leaving with moments filled with Majida's voice. It was also the only concert ever that Majida sang Kalimat twice with historical standing ovations between each and every song of the program. Majida's first concert in 2014 and after 40 years of her career debut was for the closing season of Dubai Classics in February. It was held in Dubai World Trade Center. The festival opening was with international artist Sarah Brightman performing her Dreamchaser World Tour. Majida broke her 8 years of absence and went back to Egypt for a concert in March on the stage of Bibliotheca Alexandrina in Alexandria. Although Majida's Alexandria concert tickets were criticized for being overpriced, the event sold out and was, as expected, a raging success. She opened her concert by a mix of both the Egyptian and Lebanese national anthem, then sang most of her oldies and hits. In her press conference a day before the concert, Majida affirmed that the aim of this visit was just to encourage the tourism in Egypt after the crises the country has been through. She also pointed out she has nothing but respect for the June 2013 Egyptian protests, emphasizing that she has no political intentions whatsoever. At the end of the concert, the mayor of Alexandria, Mr. Tariq Mahdi, gave Majida the golden key of the city in the presence of the Minister of Tourism in Egypt, Mr. Hicham Zazu. A day after her concert, Majida spent a touristic tour in the city and visited Montaza Palace, where she planted in its garden the first Lebanese cedar since King Farouk's era. She also cried over Youssef Chahin's tomb as a loyal memory for the maker of her first movie. Public positions. Majida el-Roumi was appointed an ambassador for the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) on World Food Day, the 16th of October 2001, in an official ceremony in Rome, Italy. She has participated in numerous round-table discussions on the role of FAO ambassadors in helping the organization combat world hunger. As FAO ambassador, Majida inaugurated the first annual Agricultural Week in Lebanon and dedicated the book prepared by FAO Sanabel El-Khair on 8 November 2005 during an official ceremony to celebrate World Food Day's 60th anniversary at the UNESCO Palace in Beirut. In her acceptance speech, Majida said, "While pursuing our dreams and hopes, we tend to forget the importance of our bones, and we end up wearing them out. We realize only when it is too late that we didn't take care of them. This is why I am participating in this campaign, to shed light on this truth, because if we are aware we can avoid this terrible disease and thereby avoid misery, sadness and a poor quality of life." She was also chosen as an ambassador of the Alam Sakir Small World program, along with Titanic actor and producer Billy Zane, dedicated to education without borders. Majida said during a press conference that the event is evidence that humanity can unite for good and to make people's lives better anywhere in the world. She also thanked the organizers and hoped peace will spread all over the Arab world. The charity event was held under the patronage of Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, who described the festival as one that celebrates human connections, international dialogue and strong support for the less fortunate of our fellow global citizens, values that are fundamental to our collective vision for the United Arab Emirates. The festival took place at Emirates Palace and expected to raise millions for underprivileged children across the globe. The minister toured with Majida various booths of participating countries and they attended performances for each country including Lebanon. In December 2012, Majida el-Roumi visited the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Western Asia (ESCWA) headquarters to follow up on the exacerbating problem of poverty in Beirut. El-Roumi called for educating the youth since ignorance can only lead to poverty, as per her words. Poverty is the cradle of wars, violence and corruption, she said, expressing hope that women would come to realize their true capacities and their equal worth to men. She also considered that art is a message that should be used for common good, hoping that her message will prompt officials to tend to Lebanon's disadvantaged members of society. In celebration of Bulgaria's 130th anniversary, Majida el-Roumi has been named the first Middle East humanitarian ambassador of the Bulgari Save the Children Partnership in July 2014 and joins the likes of Naomi Watts, Dita Von Teese, Meg Ryan, and Leighton Meester and so many others in the support of this worthy cause. The partnership between one of the industry's leading jewelry houses and the world's largest independent international organization running programs in developing and developed countries has generated over 98 million United Arab Emirates dirhams and benefited underprivileged children in 23 countries around the globe. El-Roumi is responsible for the overall direction, leadership, and coordination of Save the Children programs in Jordan, as it was told in the press conference that took place at Al Bustan Hotel, Lebanon, in the presence of a crowd of Lebanese journalists and dignitaries. The renowned Spanish photographer Fabrizio Ferri has actively supported this initiative with his time and talent. Over the years, he has photographed over 200 celebrities wearing the ring and the pendant in support of Bulgaria's commitment to quality schooling for the world's neediest children, including Majida, whose poster was officially launched during the press conference. Majida clearly stated during the press conference, "I will strive to bring joy to my surroundings and to the people who are in need of it. Everything that's happening is a crime in every meaning of the word. I feel that I have a mission and my appointment is for a cause that I truly believe in. I will travel the extra mile and do what I can regardless of the size of my mission." She also added, "There is no financial rewards for my participation in this humanitarian effort, as financial things do not bring happiness. I'm proud to be Lebanese, since my citizenship corresponds to such a marvelous, clear, irresistible voice like that of Majida el-Roumi, who rarely has any resemble. Her talent equals her modesty, and her beauty equals her spontaneousness." Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.